As batteries get smaller and smaller, they can only store so much energy. So the amount of energy that you can get out is less and less. And so it's really hard to operate like a small robot, for example, for a very long period of time. And so we got this idea from basically biology in animals. It's like, what if we could get energy from our environment by eating things in our environment? In this case, we have a small vehicle. We place it onto a metal surface and it can extract energy from that metal surface. And it does this by oxidizing the metal surface and then reducing oxygen. So it's the same thing we do with glucose in our body, except this technology is doing that with metals. Another example is a company called Metalite. And what they're trying to do is take this same technology, but to provide backup power for homes or apartments, right? So we're all very familiar with power outages in the United States. So this was a big one in Texas that affected a lot of people, but every year, most of the regions of the United States are affected by power outages for significant periods of time. And so what you can use this technology for is like a gas generator. This does the same thing, but it allows us to use metal as that energy source. And what that means, because we're using metal and electrochemistry, it's quiet. It doesn't produce CO2 or other kind of emissions, so you can run it in your house. One way to think about the way this technology works is it's very similar to the way that animals eat and breathe. And so that's how we get energy, right? We eat carbohydrates and we breathe air. This technology does the same thing, except its energy source are metals. So it eats metals, which means it oxidizes the metals, and it breathes air, so it reduces air. And by combining those two reactions together, it gets energy out of that.